So my agent got on to me, and he said that Girona were very impressed with the amazing work I done last week saving Fiorentina. So they want to see if I can save them from potential relegation from La Liga. If you didn't know, Girona 2 years ago were high flying, pushing for Champions League and possibly even the title at one stage in that season. And then they fell off. Now look, they're 2 points outside relegation. So that's where I'm going to come into play. And I'm going to try save Girona from relegation. In terms of the squad we have here, I actually like the 4-2-3-1. It's one of those safe formations, as I like to call them. And we've got some good players here. If you look everywhere, I might go for a centre-back. I'm thinking, as I'm looking at this squad, it's actually quite decent. I might even go for a midfielder of some kind, whether it's defensive or an attacking midfielder. I'm not really too fussed. The wingers are fine. Maybe a striker. So a centre-back, a midfielder, well, a central midfielder of some kind, and a striker. I'm happy with the rest of that squad there. In fact, yeah, no, I think that's it. The squad's big. It's definitely a big squad. How much money have we got to work with? Because that will determine how much I'm actually going to try. Isn't this team part of the City group? Where's the money? Can we not just make up a fake sponsorship and? Oh dear. Yeah, I can't lie. We might be cooked here. I'm not sure if there's any sign I can make that's actually worth my while. There's one I can think of. I'll get back to you. Okay. I've just requested a loan for Tion Koopmeiners. That's the attacking option sorted. I am actually lost as to what other players we can try to get in. Right, we've also sent out an offer for Luke Shaw on loan. That'll be the centre-back option. I have tried to get Xerxes, but they won't let me. Malacia is another option there, and Maguire, his contract's expiring. There's no point looking for him. So I'm banking on Shaw wanting to come to Spain for a nice 6-month holiday. We should be fine from relegation, guys. That's the aim. Striker, on the other hand, I am struggling to find a striker that I can get in on loan. Someone joining us. Is this Luke Shaw? Tion Koopmeiners. Okay, that's good. 1 position out of 3 has been filled. And unfortunately, we can only afford loans. Shaw, yes. Okay, grand. 2 positions have been filled. Thank you, Shaw. Thank you so much. He can partner alongside his boy Blind. I just realised only Likovic and Martinez are right-footed in this team. Everyone else is left-footed. We got to do something about the striker situation, but unfortunately, there's literally, well, there's not that there's no one. It's just there's very little on the market for a lone striker. All right, as we usually do for this series, first game is simmed, but live with us. Then after that, it's month by month, and we lose 2-0. Okay, this might be tough. Right, we're going for a more wing play style here. Koopmeiners is going to play a traditional playmaker. Hope we can get something out of him. Right, my list of players is getting longer. Some of these are contract expiring, so it's very difficult to get players in. I've got 2 options left. I can get Ahmad in and push Tishakinov, the Ukrainian right mid. I can push him up to striker and have Ahmad play on that right wing. Or I can get this free agent in. Sherman Bertaram. I'm going to try Ahmad first. Never mind. Okay, we're just going straight for Bertaram. I have used this guy in the career mode before, but actually I didn't use him. But he is very prolific against my team, so maybe he can come up here and do something. As I said, I don't really like doing these free agent signings, but I really am stuck here. Like, I am really, really stuck on what to do. Yeah, we're so tight on finances, but thankfully Bertaram, or Bertarame, whatever you want to say his name, he's a nice guy. You know, he heard about the LeetardPlays channel. You know, he heard about, you know, my good work with Fiorentina. Did question my, you know, United and Wolves time, but I think he's happy enough to give me a shot in Spain since he hasn't seen what I've done in Spain yet. You never know, he might be good. But we literally have no money left, so I cannot sign anyone. It's that bad. Right, there he is. He slots straight up top. I might do a video on like all the Mexican free agents and just see how well a team like that would do. Very interesting to see. Right. Disappointing finances led to some interesting signings from us. But let's see how we done in January with those signings added. We took over on the 9th, I believe, so we lost every game bar 1 to Oviedo. We got 3 points out of a possible 12. This might be a long one. This might be a long one. We're 16th. I'm pretty sure we took over in 16th. And we're still 2 points clear of relegation, but Mallorca have got a game in hand, so we could drop. We're actually going to have to ask Sevilla for a hand. Right, that's interesting. We've got Sevilla coming up, actually. Barcelona and Alaves. I'm not very confident. I'm not sure if we can do this or not, but we're going to have to give it a good go. Right, let's see how we've done for February. And we drew against Sevilla and Alaves. We lost against Barcelona. That's better than what I was expecting. I thought we'd lose all 3. I'm happy with that. But we're still 16th in the league. And we're 3 points clear now of relegation. We were 2 when we started, so there is progress being made. It's just incredibly slow. And it's also like we were kind of hamstrung with the signs we could. Right, let's see how we do for March. We've got Celta Vigo, Levante, Bilbao, and Osasuna again coming up for March. I think I said April. We should be able to beat them. We should easily be able to beat at least 2 of those teams based on a bit of form. Well, that wasn't great. We drew 2 games and lost 2. 2 points out of 12. I thought we would have got 6. And we've dropped down to 17th. And we're 2 points clear of relegation. We've gone backwards. We've gotten worse. I won't mind. I like this formation. But I think we're going to have to change it. We're going to do something incredibly uncharacteristic for me, and that is to go with a 4-2-2-2. We're going to go for counter, let's say. Yeah, I think that works. So false 9 and target forward. I think it's probably, yeah, do you know what? I think that works well. Yeah, we can swap Blind out for Francis, I think. Yeah, that Blind's just declined. We'll put Gazaniga in between the sticks. Yeah, we're happy enough. We're going with that. It's a nice change. You know, we're trying to change things up. We are struggling in the league. We're not quite relegated yet, but we're getting close. So, let's see what we can do in this month. This is probably our hardest month on paper. We should be beating Valencia, based on how bad they are. The other 3 teams, I am expecting a loss. So 3 points, I'd be delighted with. Right, let's see how we done for April then, shall we? I was expecting 3 points out of 12. We got 4. We drew at Real Madrid. Oh, wow. Beat Valencia, I was expecting that. Then a loss against Villarreal and Betis, I was expecting that. But that is a point better than what I was expecting. Now, we're still 17th. But, yeah, we're 2 points ahead of relegation. This is a lot tighter than I was expecting. Now, am I taking this job permanently afterwards? No. Absolutely not. I wouldn't mind. This squad, when you look at it, right, it's not actually that bad. Now, the formation's a bit dodgy, but this squad, as it is fine. I'm not sure why it's in relegation. I would have thought maybe 13th, 12th maybe. So I'm very confused as to why it's doing so bad. Anyway, we've got Mallorca, Vallecano, or Vallecano, I don't know which one that is. Sociedad, Atletico Madrid, and Elche. 3 points maybe, I'm expecting, but I would like a 6 9 would be great. See what happens. Right, well, here's the stats for me. 8 points out of 15. That's very good considering how bad we've been. We beat Vallecano, we beat Madrid, Atletico Madrid, drew to Elche and Mallorca, and lost to Sociedad. That's very good, considering the season we had. Now, of course, we do finish 17th, which is a position lower than what we were, but 4 points clear of relegation. We were 2 points clear of relegation when we took over. I'm going to say it. Can I save their season? Yes, I could save Girona'S season. Yeah, we went down a position in the table, but we got a bigger gap between us and the relegation zone. So as far as I'm concerned, yes, this was a success. We did save Girona from relegation. The only problem is all my signings were loans. Although I suppose I left them with Bertarame. He's a good player. He has got a 35 mil release clause. He's fine. He's sorted. Now Shaw and Coop Miners, they're going to have to go back to United and Juventus respectively. But look, it's fine. I'm happy with that. I thought that was a tidy attempt at trying to save someone's season. There's the stats. Player with the most appearances was Arnau Martinez. He was also joint top with Alex Moreno for appearances. In terms of goals, it was Bertarame with 12. I told you guys, bring this guy in. I knew there was something that he was going to do. He's probably the reason why we avoided relegation, to be honest with you. In terms of assists, Gil with 5. Fantastic. Coop Miner's got 4 as well, guys. Very good work. And this fucker can also play centre back. I didn't even notice that. And I don't think clean sheets really matter, but Gazaniga got 3. I'm going to assume that he got them for me. But yeah, fantastic work, lads. I'm very impressed. So, yeah, I can save Girona'S season. I'm gonna mark that off as a success. Another successful job. That's 2-2 now for jobs being successful versus bad. Love to hear.